Ringo TV Reactions. Back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. You know, when I look at the situation that is going on right now, you have to ask yourself the question. Now that Donald Trump won, will black men step up? You got so many kids out here that don't have an active father in their life, let alone in the same house. You got a lot of kids out here with no guidance, no directions. But we have black men cheering on Trump as if though Trump is going to step up. So I want to know, will black men step up? Now that Trump won and new policies are being introduced, are black men going to finally get into their rightful position of being a father, protector, and provider for his kids? Will he begin to build his community rather than destroy his community? See, there's a lot of rave and buzz about Trump, but I don't see no rave and excitement from black men on actually being men and being leaders in their rightful positions in their communities. I don't see that. It's as if though black men want to put this burden on Trump. Figuring, okay, Trump is in office, he's this and he's that, he won. Now we're going to be able to get all the benefits we always desired. That shouldn't be the position of a black man. A black man should be more concerned about what he's going to do in terms of his responsibility. You know? And good morning to everybody. Salute to everybody coming in the show. Hope you're having a blessed day. Hope you're at peace as I am. At the same time, I'm concerned. I'm concerned that black men are not going to step up. I'm concerned that it will be another situation where they put the responsibility on the government to be the fathers of their children for another year. Or should I say another 4 years? So it's like, what's going to happen? Are black men going to step up finally and be the men that black women have always wanted? Are black men going to stop misusing our women for pleasure while impregnating them, and then when they feel they don't need them anymore, they put them back in the streets for another man? When are black men going to take accountability and stop putting the blame on women? When? When are black men going to stop calling black men who speak the truth simps, caping for women, panda bear? When are black men going to stop the games and actually do their job rather than waiting for Trump to do it? See, if I have any problems within my house, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I cannot look for Trump to figure it out because Trump don't live in the house. You have a lot of black men that got kids by so many different women. Kids don't even live in the same place. Their kids could be having all sorts of problems in school, dealing with a lot of emotional issues. And these fathers, they don't even live in the same place. And it's like, dag, how do you raise your children when you don't even live with them? But you say you're a father. Imagine the pain a lot of children are going through knowing that their father don't even love them enough to sacrifice his life to put them all in one space where they have access to their daddy. And what's so sad about the Black community is that we've normalized this dysfunction of men creating baby mamas everywhere. You know, baby mama over here, baby mama in Texas, baby mama in New York, baby mama in Atlanta. This is normal in the Black community. And I'm trying to figure out how, as Black men, do you raise your sons and your daughters and you don't even live with them? How do you raise sons to be men and you're not even there? They come home from school, you're not there, but you call every now and then and may send a few dollars. That's not raising a child, fam. That's not raising a child. I mean, heck, the government do a better job than that. Matter of fact, the government has been the fathers of these kids for many, many years. The government. So now that Trump won, are you men going to step up? Or are you going to continue to complain about the system? Are you going to continue to make excuses for why you're not in your child's life? Or let me blame my baby mama. Yeah, it's her fault. Yeah, she's keeping me from the kids. Even though there are courts and I can go to them, I'd rather just blame her. Yeah, it's her. She's the problem. If only Trump can make new policies to prevent this woman from taking my support, garnishing my paycheck. If only Trump can, make things better for me, even though I made the decision to sleep with this woman, even though I made the decision to pump and dump, abuse and beat this woman, I'm just hoping that Trump will create new policies to protect me and my dysfunctions. Will Black men step up? Or will Trump have to do all the work? As a Black man, I'm embarrassed for Black men. I'm embarrassed for our image because we're celebrating Trump, but we're not celebrating ourselves. I don't see Black men celebrating leadership amongst each other. I don't see us doing that. I see us putting all of our hope in the great hope Trump to do all the work. I seen another video earlier. I got to react to it. I think it was a very, very good video. It's by another YouTuber. And I was watching that video, and I think he has a point. I'll probably talk about that after this stream or later on, depends. But I'm really concerned for the image of Black men in America. Being that Trump won, now is the time. Now is the time for Black men to really stand up. But I'm afraid they're not. Because most Black men are lazy in regards to leadership. It has been the Black woman who has been raising the children for decades, while the man just sit around and figure because he gave a few dollars that somehow he raised the child. Nah, I don't think so. Raising children is difficult work. It's difficult work. And a lot of single mothers are out here raising these kids. And I'm not talking about single mothers that are living dysfunctional lives in terms of dealing with men and never settling down and always making excuses and jumping from one man to another man to another man. I'm not talking for them. I'm talking to single mothers that are the decent women that try to work it out with their baby daddy, wanted to be a wife, did everything she could to keep the relationship together, but for some reason, the man don't want to deal with her. So she's broken and had to pretty much raise these children by herself and go to work and deal with the sleepless nights, helping the kids with homework, washing clothes, cooking, cleaning, going to school night, talking to the teachers, taking the kids to the hospital, and she don't got no time for herself. And she got to be at work in the morning. And they need her to do an extra shift because they are low on staff. Then she got to come home and cook and try to see her children for a little bit before she got to go back to sleep to get up in the morning to replay the whole cycle again. I'm talking for her. She has a hard job. And while she's doing all of that work, being a father and a mother, the baby daddy is out online celebrating Trump, refusing to be involved in the child's life, refusing to even call up his baby mama and say, look, I know we've been on bad terms. I know we've been going through it. I want to be a better man. I want to get involved in my child's life. I know I haven't been there. I know you probably hate me, but I really want to do my part, take a lot of the stress away from you. I've been growing as a man. I've realized the errors of my ways. I know you may not want to forgive me for the things that I've caused you, but I'm willing to get involved, effective immediately. This weekend, I'm not really doing anything. I know we haven't settled anything with the courts, but I really would like to see the kids. Perhaps you can bring them by. They can stay for the weekend. I'll take care of everything. You don't have to worry about nothing. You can have the free weekend. I'll bring them back the following week. Maybe we can have this conversation. Something. You guys can't even do that, bro. That woman need a break. Now, of course, they her kids, but damn, she need a break. She need a day off. You take them for the weekend, let her get that time. But no. Do you realize a single mom, a real single mom that's raising her kids, never have a day off? Never. She don't have days off. I talked about this story the other week where my wife took a trip to New York. I'm in North Carolina right now. She took a trip to New York to take care of some business with my elder daughter. I got 4 girls. 3 of the girls were at the house with me. And I made a video talking about what I've learned from being a single father for a week. And what it taught me is the amount of work that goes into dealing with the kids, as well as me doing my job as a man. And boy, let me tell you, it took me off my regular schedule. I was being pulled left and right by the kids. It was very demanding. I had to stop what I was doing multiple times to make sure that they're good. If they're having an argument, fighting over a game, I had to come in there and regulate the situation. I had to get them up in the morning to make sure that they're right for school, do this. I had to wash the clothes. I had to make sure they got their socks, their this, their that. I had to make sure everything was done. Had to fix the breakfast, had to get their lunch and their snacks. I had to go to the supermarket to make sure I got the right snacks because this daughter likes this, that daughter don't like that. I got to do this, that. Then when it came to dinner time, I had to cook. And not only that, I had to cook different things because this daughter don't like this, that daughter don't like that. She don't agree with this. I had to clean up. Kitchen was a wreck. Had to wash the dishes. Had to do all sorts of different tasks. And at the same time, I had to do my job. And what it taught me was a real single mom that go to a 9-to-5 and deal with her kids. You have to respect her. You have to respect the amount of work that she actually do. You really do. Because I'm going to tell you, I couldn't wait for my wife to get back. I ain't going to hold you. I couldn't wait. Not that I don't help or be involved with the kids, but she take on a lot. She's a stay-at-home mom. She don't have a 9-to-5. So pretty much her primary job is a stay-at-home mom dealing with the kids while I'm taking care of the business. But I couldn't wait for her to get back because the amount of work that I had to do, man, it really was preventing me from doing a lot of different important things. And I'm like, damn, how do a woman juggle this? How do a single mom go to a 9-to-5 and deal with the kids? And you ninjas don't want to step up? She's doing all that work. Imagine you got to be at work to do your job as a woman. Dealing with the stress and then come home to another job. And of course, you love your kids, but my goodness, I was doing all sorts of stuff, fam. I'm running around with the kids. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm focusing on the lawn, focusing on the outside of the house, the inside of the house, doing content, building the new studio, working on this, doing repairs. My goodness, bro. I was like, listen, I had no time for nothing. I had no time for nothing, man. The day flew by. The day flew by, fam. And when my wife came back home, I told her the situation. She saw the video that I made. She was like, and I found a new respect for single mothers that actually raise their kids by themselves. It taught me something. Because a lot of times we give single mothers a lot of pushback. We give them a lot of heat. And again, I'm talking to the real single mothers, the ones that really go to a 9-to-5, not the ones that are sitting home waiting for the government. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about the ones that got 3 to 4 to 5 baby daddies making all these choices with bad men and haven't learned from the errors of your ways. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the single mothers that were made single mothers by these ninjas out here. I'm talking to you ladies. You ladies who had to get off your ASS to go out there and make it work, to fend for your children. Because nobody's speaking for you. And whenever a man does speak for you, he get labeled as a simp, pandering for women, caping for women. And normally the men that say this are normally the kind of men that don't take care of their kids. You got men even on YouTube, men that are supposed to be content creators, men that are supposed to be examples to the community. These men don't even take care of their kids, man. These guys be having kids all over the place. Baby mamas everywhere. Kids don't even live with them. You got men that'll go out here, provide a house and this and that for one woman, while their other baby mamas is living in the projects in the ghetto. They don't even provide nothing for them. Their other kids is living in a horrible living environment. but they'll provide something for a woman who is not even black. You got a lot of men that do that, a lot of black men. They'll go out there and get a white woman and make sure they get in the house. But the black woman is still living in the projects. Salute to all the sisters that are in the projects, the single mothers that are in the hoods, the single mothers that are in the projects going through the struggle. I already know what that's like. I came from the projects, and I know exactly the things you got to deal with. And it's unfortunate that your baby daddy bounced, got himself a white woman, and totally disregarded his own kids. And now you're there fending for yourselves, putting up with all the nonsense. And for some of you ladies, man, you see your baby daddy online posing and acting like he's such a great man. But you know he ain't about nothing. How many of you ladies at the sound of my voice have a baby daddy that you see on social media boasting and acting like he's this great father when you know he's never there for his kids? I'm not talking about the fathers that are there. If you're a man and you provide for your kids and you take care of business and you and your old lady, your baby mama, whatever the case is on good terms, I'm not here to talk to you because you're doing what you got to do. If you got a good relationship with your baby mama and, you know what I mean, it is what it is, you taking care of your responsibilities and, you know, y'all separated, but you still there doing what you got to do, then I can respect that. And I can respect the fact that your baby mama is at peace with you and not using the kids as a weapon or weaponizing the children against you, but have you in their lives. That's a good thing, you know? I'm more or less talking about the black men that are out on social media and in the workplace raving about Donald Trump winning while degrading black women, but don't want to step up. They don't want to step up to be leaders. When are black men going to be leaders in their communities? When? When are black men going to show that they have what it takes to win and win the respect of their women? The black women don't respect us, guys. She really don't. The black women don't respect us, bro. And I'm embarrassed for black men because a lot of times, because I'm a black man, the black woman may see me just like you ninjas because they got to deal with the BS. Like I said, guys, you could talk what you want. You can call me a panda bear, caping for women, a simp, all that stupid stuff. But one thing you can't say about me is that I'm not being a provider. You can't say that, oh, I'm a deadbeat dad. You can't say none of that. I'm in all of my daughters' lives, a very active father. Very active. And they live with me. All under the same house. You see what I mean? Not me going out to visit. Not me traveling, 4-hour drives and 3-hour drives to go see my kids once a month. What kind of nonsense is that? Any man at the sound of my voice that got to travel to see his kids every now and then, you have failed your kids. You have failed your kids. Because your kids belong with you. Your kids belong with you. And if you really want to get technical, if you really want to get serious and prove your masculinity, why don't you put your baby mama and get her situated so that she could be near you? How about you do that? How about you contact your baby mama and be like, look, no, we not together. I know we've been back and forth in the courts, and we have agreements and X, Y, and Z. But look, I'm willing to relocate you guys so that y'all closer to where I'm at. That way it's not an inconvenience for me to drive X, Y, and Z, and get them situated near you. How about you do that? How about you work out your relationship with your baby mama? How about doing that? How about having the conversation to build back that bridge of communication? How about you do that? See, guys, we're waiting for women to do all the work, but we don't want to take the initiative to do the work for ourselves. We don't want to do that. We don't want to initiate any sort of communication with our ex or whatever the case is. We don't want to do that. A lot of times your baby mama is waiting for you to make that first move, especially when it deals with the kids. Because she been raising these kids all this time, but you waiting for Trump to raise your kids. Trump ain't raising your kids. And based on what I'm learning after watching another YouTuber's video, I got to react to his video because it was some good info. And a lot of you guys may end up having your heart broken pretty soon. I'm just saying, I ain't wishing bad on Trump. I ain't doing that. You know, I wish him well and many years and longevity and good health. At the same time, the policies and different things that he's trying to put in place, man, you already know what they tried to do with him before. And let's just say I'll keep that for the next video where I talk about that. But we really need black men to step up. We need black men to get involved with their children, their community, and build. See, the white man understands what it means to build. The Asian man, he understands. The Jewish man, he definitely understands what it means to build. The Arab man, they all know what it means to build. When you look at their communities, they make sure that they build. They have a certain code, laws and rules, and they take these things serious. But the black man, I just don't know. It's like the black man just don't want to do anything. It's like he just want to sit down. He don't really want to build. And I'm not talking about the brothers that actually are building. I'm not talking about you guys. See, when you listen to the content, guys, you got to know where you stand. If you're the black man that take care of your kids, you provide, protect, do what you got to do, you already know you're on point. So there's no need for you to be catching feelings and getting salty because you're on point. If that's the case, I would be disrespecting myself. It's not about disrespect. It's about recognizing where you are. If you know you're a black man that's doing your job, you have no gripe or situation concerning what I got to say. The men who are going to have issue are the men that are not in their children's lives, the men that use black women, the men that don't build nothing in their communities, the men that don't want to work, but want to live off the back of a woman's work. And see, ladies, this is why moving forward, y'all got to get serious, man. Y'all got to get serious. If you're a woman and you're listening right now and you got some ninja living up in your house, under your roof, you pay the bills, you pay the rent, and he living up under you and he ain't working, he ain't providing nothing but laying pipe, you need to kick his ass out the house. You need to get him on out of there. Because here's the thing. I understand he might be your baby daddy or whatever the case is, but that bum ain't really providing nothing. It's 2024. You've been working, taking care of the kids, and this ninja's just sitting on his ass, not doing anything. It is time for you to really, really stop playing. Stop being emotional. I understand the emotional connection to the baby daddy, and all that other nonsense. You feel sorry for him. Stop feeling sorry for him. Kick his ass out the fucking house. Put him out the door and tell him, look, I need for you to lead. I need for you to step up. I need for you to do this now. I need for you to do this now. We got these kids. We got to raise them. You're a bad example right now. They're seeing you sitting in this house. They see me going to work every day. They don't see you working. I need for you to work. I need for you to provide. I need for you to be a man. You've been carrying this ninja too long. Put him out and stop feeling sorry for him. Let him suffer a little bit. He's a man. He'll figure it out. When he's hungry, when he got nowhere to go, he gonna start to realize, okay, let me go to this shelter real quick. Okay, I'm in the shelter. All right, let me get up in the morning. Let me go do what I gotta do. I gotta get me a job. I gotta get me a job quick. Fam, yo, you're hiring? I need a job. You know what? Let me get this resume. Let me go talk to my people. Bro, my old lady kicked me out, man. Fam, could I stay for a week? Could I do? Bro, I need a job now. ASAP. I need a job ASAP, bro. Anything. I don't care what it is. Anything. That's what he's gonna do. But as long as you are cooking him hot plates, giving him your loving, giving him shelter, that man gonna continue to do the same thing every damn week. He ain't changed. How long you had him living there? And he still ain't go get a job, still ain't bringing in no money, still eating the kids' cereal. And if you're a single mom and you got a dude who is not the biological father of your kids living in your house, you wildin'. That's even worse. To have a ninja in your house that's not even the biological father of the kids, and you have him up there living in your house with all of these men that are sexually abusing children. Y'all see the situation going on YouTube right now with the so-called Carter family, with this ninja allegedly doing the unthinkable with his stepdaughter. Y'all think this is a game, man. Y'all think this is a game. You got a lot of these dudes that be coming in these single mother households and be touching the daughter, fam. A lot of these ninjas, man, they I don't know what's going on with them. They be touching the kids, man. And that's what's going on YouTube right now. I already made a video. I'm supposed to do another one today. My wife and I are supposed to do a video later on today where we're going to pretty much talk about that situation some more. Because it appears that the mother knows about it and she's more focused on making money on YouTube rather than protecting her daughter. Imagine that. A ninja is touching your daughter, violating. And rather than you focus on your daughter's security, you're more focused on doing content on YouTube to bring in a check. I understand you got bills to pay. I understand you got to keep the lights on. I get all of that. But if your daughter was allegedly violated and got some ninja in the house that is supposed to be your husband and he's touching on your daughter and you making light of it, something wrong with you too. That's crazy, man. So ladies, y'all got to get your act together, man. Can't be having all this compassion. I get it. A lot of you sisters, y'all be compassionate. Y'all be giving this ninja a place to stay, feeling sorry for him. See, that's the thing about the black woman, fam. And I'm talking about the real ones. A real black woman who is a good woman. She has a heart of gold. And she do whatever she can to make sure that everybody's happy. She give and give and give and do everything for everybody else. Everybody else get theirs. Everybody else is get taken care of, but nobody's taking care of you. You'll give your last to make sure that that man is good. Some of you ladies be clothing these brothers. You buying them clothes, shoes. He drives your car. I mean, damn. Some of you ladies be covering up for ninjas. You know good and well he don't got no job. You know good and well he's sorry. But to protect his image in the public, you make sure he got Jordans. You make sure he got the keys to your car. You make sure he looked good in terms of how he dressed. So on the outward, he looked like a working man. He looked like the type of guy that is taking care of business. But the truth is, you the one that been making him, you've been holding him down the whole time. Nobody don't know that he don't have a job. Nobody don't know. And you've been carrying him for a long time. Some of you ladies been doing that because you felt sorry for him. And because he's your baby daddy, you figure, well, I'm under obligation to do this. No, you're not. You're not. You're not. You worked hard enough already, man. You worked long enough already. When is he going to step up? When is he going to step up? You've been carrying the family all that time. When is he going to step up? When is he going to go get a job? You've been working for 15 years carrying that man. When is he going to go get a job and work for the next 15 years? You worked for 15 years? Okay, now it's his turn now. Come on now. It's his turn now. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even have to be working no more. No more. You worked for 15 years carrying this man. Some of you ladies are, listen, you're watching my show right now and you're saying, damn. It's like you reading my mail. You carried him for 15 long years. Faithful, providing. You've been the provider, the protector for 15 years, taking care of not only your kids, but the kids you may have had with him, and you paid all the bills. I don't get how long. I don't even understand how you could have even last that long. You must have a good heart. But damn, your heart is too good because he been getting over on you for 15 years. 10 to 15 years? Nah, fam. He needs to go to work for the next 30 years. You should be a stay-at-home mom. You work long enough now. You paid your dues. You proven your loyalty. When is he going to prove his? When is he going to step up? He's waiting for Trump to do whatever he got to do to make it easy for him. But why that man is not making it easy for you? Why black men aren't making it easy for the black woman so she don't got to work as hard as she's working right now? Fam, I do everything for my wife. Everything. I do everything. See, let me tell you a little story. When my wife and I met, we were young, we were teenagers. We met at a Halloween party, of all places. I had a job in a barbershop. She was working at, I believe it was Roy Rogers. And then she was working at McDonald's. We were teenagers. I think I was 15. She was 16 and whatnot, somewhere around there. So we pretty much was young, doing our thing. I was just the ladies' man, doing whatever I got to do. And she put up with a lot. We've been through the motions, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I can recall around my early 20s, I got out of the barbershop thing because that particular job had shut down. And she pretty much was working. And I wasn't. And I can remember her holding it down for a minute, doing what she had to do. And I appreciated that. But at the same time, I didn't feel like a man. I really didn't. I didn't feel like a man. I was in my early 20s, had credit card debt, behind on bills. And at that time, we were already married. And I was out of work. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed for myself. She was pretty much holding it down, fam. And then eventually, I got tired of being ashamed. We didn't have no kids during that time. But still, I felt like a loser watching her get up in the morning to go to work while I'm sitting home. I felt like a fucking loser. I didn't feel good. I knew it was unnatural for a man to be at home while his woman is at work. See, I can talk about these things because I'm a man. And what I'm trying to do is teach you guys so that you can step up. And I felt bad, but you know what's so crazy? She never put me down. She never belittled me. She always encouraged me. She always knew I was going to get my game together and do what I had to do. And I can recall I started to think about different ways I can earn money. I got into carpentry. I got into different skill trades. Started to learn new things, how to build and how to design and how to do all these different things. And then I started doing kitchen remodeling work. That's when things changed. I started doing kitchen remodeling work. Went to the white neighborhoods, got business cards together, and I learned a skill. I literally learned how to remodel kitchens by myself. No formal schooling or certifications, none of that stuff. Literally, I knew how to remodel a house. I don't know how I learned. All I know, it was something that was developed over time. I've always been the type of person that was creative, working with my hands, building, and I had to figure out a way of how to do what I need to do. Because I did not like the fact that my wife was working and I was out of work. Now, here's the kicker. I've always worked, but I fell on hard times. And she was holding down the fort. But I knew I did not want her to do that. I didn't feel like a man seeing her do that while I'm sitting on my ass, relaxing, and then have the audacity to wait for her to come home from work to cook and do this and that. Nah, didn't sit right with me. It didn't sit right with me walking outside and people looking at me like, damn, don't you belong at work? Didn't feel right. So I got into kitchen remodeling, being a contractor, but I didn't have no license. I wasn't a licensed contractor. So everybody that I had gigs with in terms of doing either bathrooms or kitchen remodeling, they pretty much took a risk with me. Didn't have no insurance, didn't have nothing. I had good deals for the jobs. And when I showed the people my work, because back then I had my work on YouTube and I would tell people, look, check out my YouTube. This is the work that I do. I had photos. I had a photo album. I was like, these are all my clients. These are the people that I did jobs for. And they believed in me. I was young. They gave me opportunities. A lot of people gave me opportunities that I will never forget because I was not a licensed contractor. So technically, they didn't have to work with me. But they gave me a shot. And the work that I've done was so professional. It amazed them. It amazed them because the level of quality of my service in terms of doing a full kitchen renovation. I'm talking about gut the walls, redo everything, all new cabinetry, everything. I did it all. And I did that for a while. And the money that I made from that was pretty good in the beginning. It took a load off of my wife. Took a load off of her. She was proud of me. I was proud of myself. And it taught me a lot that a man is supposed to provide for his women. It taught me discipline, respect for myself. It allowed me to get my credit in order. It allowed me to get certain paperwork and documents straight. It gave me the experience of interacting with people. And through all of that, it made my wife proud. It made me build my self-esteem as a man. It made me more confident in who I am. And I can recall when business started to slow down. And if you're wondering like how much I was making, I would make between probably $5,000 to $10,000 a gig. That's how much money I was charging because it was a one-man band, just me by myself doing the kitchen. Now here's the downside of it, and this is when it all fell and crashed out. I would do these gigs. I would always be able to find a gig. Within a month time, I would be able to find at least 2-3 gigs, but I could only do about 2 gigs in a month time by myself. Remodeling a kitchen is not a game when you're doing it by yourself. I literally had to get the supplies, bring them to the location, and the client wanted the work done fast. I couldn't do the work done fast. So I made it very clear to them up front. This job is going to take probably like 2 weeks to accomplish. It's me by myself. You know, I'm moving here, got to travel here. So about 2 weeks, I should be done. And I'll tell them up front. That way, it's not like, damn, when are you going to finish the job? So I would do these jobs about 2 a month, and I would be straight. But then business started to slow down. I used to camp out at Home Depot, Lowe's. People would come out, hand them business cards. That's how I would get my gigs. Or I would go to certain communities where they had houses, and I would ride around and I would put like business cards and kind of talk to people. Hey, I do this, I do that. Had to hustle in order to get, new clients. But then it all stopped. And the reason why it stopped is there was a rise in a lot of Mexicans coming through by Home Depot with a large truck or van or pickup trucks. And it would be about probably like 8 to 13 guys standing outside Home Depot every day. I'm by myself. 13 guys over there. And it's like everybody was interacting with them. And these guys was literally taking all of the business, man. All the customers. And it's like anybody that walked out, they jumped on them right away. And because they had a team and it was organized, and it was so organized, we're not talking about Mexicans that just sit outside as like regular laborers. These guys were so smart. They had shirts and all of them had on the same shirt. So it was like they literally had like a business setup somehow. It was in the startup phase, you could tell. But these guys look like they really started up a business and had a team. And they literally drove me out. I ain't gonna hold you. I couldn't deal with the competition. It was too much. Because with a team of 8 guys, 13 guys, they could finish a job immediately. So that crashed out and it was done. So I was back in a pit. I was back in a pit, guys, trying to figure out how to make ends meet, how to do what I had to do. I was always a barber, so I could always do barber things in the neighborhood, make a few dollars here and there. And then after struggling for a minute, I end up swallowing my pride, say, you know what? I got to go get me a 9-to-5, do what I got to do. And I asked a couple of the guys in the neighborhood, I was like, yo, bro, what I need to do, man, to get this particular job? And I remember the brother, he put me on game, told me what to do. Salute to those brothers, man. They really looked out for me during that time, man. It was a difficult time. Difficult time, fam. And pretty much I followed their instructions. I ended up getting the job, started making decent money, started to rise in the ranks in that particular agency, doing my thing. It was a good time. Very, very good time, because I landed not only a job, but a good job. A very, very good job with great benefits. Everything was good. Wife was happy. Everybody was happy. You know what I'm saying? And I think around that time, we had our first daughter. So the job came right on time, fam. When I tell you God is good, bro. I'm talking about right when the baby came in, the job came in, bro. Can't forget it. See, I can tell you the history, and I know where I came from, fam. I know where I came from. That's why I want you brothers to step up. Step up. Right when the baby came, the job came. And I was able to provide. I felt good coming home with that check, knowing that I can take care of my baby. It felt good, man. But not only did it feel good, I said to myself, you know what? I want to make more money. I could do better than this. Heck, I came from being a barber, a contractor, remodeling kitchens. Now I'm in this agency doing this. Fam, I got a lot of skill sets under my belt. I need to make more money. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some civil service exams. I'm going to go educate myself, read some books. I'm going to do what I got to do, because I got a daughter to take care of. I got a baby to take care of. I am not going to be sorry making my wife struggle while I just make excuses. So I took those exams, educated myself, did what I had to do as a man, passed all of them, rose in the company, got a better job title, making more money. And I felt good about that. I felt real good, because I knew where I came from. I knew where I came from. I knew the struggle. And I don't forget all the people that help along the way. I don't forget them. But it didn't stop there. Other daughters were born. Other daughters were born. At this point, I'm so confident. I'm so assured of myself. I'm like, man, I can do anything. Nobody could stop me. I got a woman that rock with me, always there, no matter what. And when I look in my little girl's eyes, fam, I got to do something. I got to do something. I got to work. I got to do something. I cannot sit here being lazy. I cannot be lazy when I got kids. They need me. It's no longer about me. It's about these kids. And it all made sense. Once you become a father, you understand what it means to be a man. It's no longer about you. It's about raising these kids. It's about putting the kids in a better situation. You start to realize your purpose and your mission. My job is to get these kids in the right place in life so they can have better opportunities than me. It's not about me no more. I gotta be a provider. I gotta protect. I gotta work. I gotta build so that my daughters could see what a man is supposed to be, so that when they're older, they're now able to choose the right kind of man. That's my job. When are you men gonna step up? My daughters are seeing me in real time being a man. So it's teaching them everything about a man. So you think when they go out here in this world, they're going to end up with some bum, some loser who's not doing his job? Or are they going to end up with a man like me that did what he had to do? So not only did I have a good job, but I grew in the company and got a better title, making more money. And it wasn't enough. I said, I got to do more. Went and took another test, another civil service exam. Shout out to all my supervisors back then. All my supervisors that kept pushing me, saying, bro, you could do more. Bro, you could do this. Shout out to the late Craig Williams, R.I.P. Good brother, salute. Salute to that brother, man. Salute to him, man. That was a good man. Good man. He taught me a lot. Took me under his wing. Showed me the ropes. Showed me photos of his house, cars, his success. But he said, before I got this, you had to be disciplined. Before you get this, you got to put in the work. I used to sit down in the office after work just to listen to some of his stories. During job hours, he would come to the location and encourage all the brothers. He would always start off, you got to put in the work. You got to sacrifice for your family. And he would always show us his crib, cars, and be like, brothers, I might be y'all supervisor, but hey, I was right where you at. I respected that brother, man. He passed away. It was unfortunate. He passed away. R.I.P. to him. Condolences to his family. Good man. He always encouraged us brothers. Always. I remember he pulled out the laptop. He showed us a tour around his house. And he was like, you see all of this, guys? This didn't happen overnight. All of you guys here can have this. I'm no better than you guys. This is the speech he used to give us, man. He wasn't one of them supervisors that's always on your back, putting you there, degrading you, not acknowledging you. No, he was a man's man. He encouraged us. Not only was he a cool supervisor, but he encouraged us to work hard. And he would show us what the payoff would be if we put in the work. And I respected that man, fam. You ever had a brother in your life that you just respect? Like you just respect this dude because it's like, damn, this dude is just dropping nothing but game, giving me the truth and not holding nothing back. He want us to win. I never seen somebody like that, fam, that wanted you to win. And the man passed away at a young age. And he just got promoted, man. He had just got promoted in the company, in the same agency that I work for. He just got promoted to a higher position than a supervisor. He was in the position for a minute, and it was short-lived. But I remember those days, man. Like just like yesterday. I end up getting that job title, making between 85,000 to 100K if you did overtime. And I remember, man, we had a conversation outside before he passed away. 2 weeks before he passed away. He pulled up at the location. I was like, yo, fam, hey, congratulations, man. Congratulations. You deserve it, man. He just got the new job title. He was one of like the key players in the agency, which means he's a shot caller. He's one of them guys in the agency that he get to talk to the top people, the big boys at the top. He could make changes and bring our issues to the people that make the policies in the company. So when he got that job title, man, I was saluting him, man. I was like, yo, man, I'm really, really happy for you, fam. You deserve that title, bro. I'm really happy for you, man. All the brothers was saluting him. I was telling other cats, I was like, yo, this is the man that taught me, fam. This dude right here. Not only him, another Guyanese brother, Lionel. Could never forget Lionel, fam. He's still there. He still work, you know what I mean, doing what he got to do. Lionel's another brother that taught me everything in the agency, man. A true brother, man. A man's man. They don't make them like that no more. But when I was talking to Craig, he was like, hey, man, I see you guys are really doing your thing. You following all my advice. I see you got that new job title. I was like, yeah, man, I'm holding it down, making a few more dollars. You know what I mean? I'm on my way. He's like, hey, keep it up, fam. I'm really proud, fam. You doing your thing. I'm hearing a lot of good news about you. I'm gonna be in your location in about 2 weeks. I got to take care of all these other areas over here, but I'm going to be at your area in about 2 weeks. And, you can let me know what's going on in the company, what you feel needs to be changed, what's going on, what's happening. And, we could, get familiar, anything you need. I'm here. He gave me his direct number. Imagine you having the direct number to a top dog in the agency, bro. Man. Not many people have that, fam. Those of you that know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. When you have the numbers of those that are in the company, the top people at the top, fam, that's like having Jay-Z's number. That's like having 50 Cent number. That's like you living in the hood and you got 50 Cent's direct number. You can call him any minute and be like, yo, could I ask you a question? Fam, that's no joke right there, fam. And being that we know him, it's not like, oh, if I call him, I got to go through all these different channels. Because in the agency that I worked for, you couldn't just call this particular man. You couldn't just call him. You had to go through your assistant supervisor, then your superintendent. You got to shoot emails to this one. You got to go through all these channels and these chain of commands in order to get to him. But in this situation, he said, here's my number. You call me direct. I was like, man. 2 weeks later, he passed away. Had a heart attack on the job. He was on the job and he passed away. And the thing is, nobody knew how to do CPR. Nobody knew how to do CPR where he was at. He was at his office or at a meeting, something along those lines, based on what we're hearing from the story. And nobody knew how to do CPR. I was in there. He was already in his new job title in the office in Manhattan. And yeah, he passed away, man. And then right after that, the agency started to give training classes to teach everybody how to do CPR. Because what happened is people were around, but they didn't know how to do CPR. If they would have known, he would have been able to survive. And based on word on the street, I think he had a bad heart to begin with. And we all found out that after, you know how that go. But he pretty much was very instrumental in my work ethic and how I think in terms of business and striving for success, that it must come by stepping up and putting in the work. So I ask you, black men, when are you going to step up? When are you going to step up to provide for your household, your family? When are you going to do that? Are you going to continue to wait for Trump? Are you going to hide behind Trump? Are you going to continue to bash black women because of their gripe with Trump and their position with Kamala? What are you going to do? Are you going to step up to the plate and be that provider, that man that the black woman could be proud of? Or are you going to continue to make excuses? You know? And to those that are talking in regards to CPR, I don't have all the details about his medical condition, but I know he had either it was a heart attack or it was something along those lines, because he had a bad heart. Something happened where he was out and he needed CPR based on all the reports and everything that came in. And based on all the reports, they were saying that if somebody in the workplace would have known CPR at the moment, he would have been good. You know? So I don't know if it had something to do with his heart, 100%, or if he had some sort of operation or something that was done to his heart that needed like CPR. I don't know all the intricate details of it, but that pretty much was what it was. And it came from all reliable sources, to the point where the company changed policies and implemented training for CPR. Everybody had to learn CPR. It was like mandatory training. Everybody, down to the lowest job title, everybody had to learn CPR, because it was like, man, we lost a good one. And they didn't want that to happen again. So if anything happened with anybody, we all have CPR training and whatnot. So you'll be good. Right? Let me see. So yeah, guys. Will black men, step up? Or will they continue to wait for Trump to blow the trumpet? Who will stand up for the black family and the black cause? Who will? Because as a man, I understand that every community of people focus on building while endorsing whatever political candidate they support. And like I said, who speaks up for the black man? Who speaks up for the black family? Nobody. It takes us black men to lead our communities. Presidents will always be, but who actually will be the leaders in these communities? Who will be the leaders in the black community? Who will be the leaders in the black households, the families? Who will lead and guide them? It's not going to be Trump. So you're going to have to figure it out. You're really going to have to figure it out, gang. We need men, black men, to step up to the plate to assume their rightful posts in doing what they got to do. We need black men to be protectors of their families, protectors of their kids. We need all of the children to be in the same household. This dysfunction that we have in the black community, where black men have kids all over in different area codes, need to stop. We need to bring all them kids under one roof so that all those kids are protected by their fathers. We need that to happen. We need for all of the women that are involved with these men to put down their weapons of mass destruction and begin to work together in unifying the family for the better good. Because this dysfunction is what's keeping us back. It's really keeping us back. It's dividing us tremendously. And all of you black men that continually keep having babies with women all day and having babies in this place, that place, you're not being a father. Neither are you protecting your kids, because if they don't live with you, you're not protecting them. If your children are not living with you, you're not protecting them. You just visiting every now and then. That's not what I call protecting children. If you're in a house and you're pretty much safe and your kids is in another house somewhere else, miles away, how are you protecting your children from danger? You can only protect the kids that are in the same house you're in. So you cannot tell me that you're a protector of your children when they don't live with you. You are not protecting your children. And that is a serious problem in today's day. We have a lot of children that are unprotected because they got fathers that don't live near them or with them. Instead, the mothers are the protectors and providers of these kids. So you guys have failed your kids. If all of your kids live in different states, different cities, and they're young, you have failed your kids, man. You have failed your kids, bro. It's just a sad situation because you cannot tell me that you are protecting children that don't live with you. And what's so sad about it, a lot of you guys got dogs and pets. Your dog and your pet get better treatment than your children. At least your dog and your pet live in the same house and they eat good. Whereas your children, they don't. And any man that got children all over the world and they don't live with them, in my opinion, he's not being a good father or a provider or a protector. You could blame the baby mama all you want. You're being sorry. If you're a man, put your kids in a better situation. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. You want the kids near? Contact your baby mama and tell her, look, I know we don't get along. I know we ain't all seeing eye to eye. But I need for you to listen to me with this one. I'm willing to relocate you guys to the same state, same area. That way, I'm around the kids and I can be more involved in their lives, especially protecting them and making sure that they're good. And are you willing to do that? I'll wait. See, if you're not willing to do that, you don't really got no love for your kids. Why don't you get full custody? Oh, I forgot. You can't, because that would make you a full-time dad. And we know you ain't doing that. We know you ain't going to be going to your 9 to 5 and raising young children. It ain't happening. It ain't going to happen. You know? We have a lot of black men that don't want to be accountable for anything. They just want to blame the black woman. Look, guys, I understand we have women out here that are out of pocket. At the same time, you brothers are out of pocket. And I never see you guys hold yourselves accountable. So don't tell me I'm pandering or caping for women when you guys are not holding yourselves accountable. What are you doing? You keep looking at the woman and her dysfunctions. What about your dysfunctional ways? What about the things you do all the time that is out of pocket? When are you going to do the right thing? Let me tell you something, man. The black woman is tired. The black woman is tired and she's fed up. And one thing you guys don't know how to do is communicate with a black woman. Communicating with a black woman is not the same way as communicating with a man. Women speak a different language. And the way you communicate with a woman is by your actions, not by your much talking. They don't want to hear that shit. Action. If you're going to do something, if you say you're going to do something, do it. All that baby, I'm going to do that. Nobody don't want to hear none of that. Do what you said you're going to do. And let's see a pattern of you doing it. Not one time, not 2 times, forever. She needs to see consistency in you doing this all the time. That's the language she understands. You got to be a keeper of your word. If you break your word with a woman, she's not going to respect you. If you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, she ain't going to respect you. Women hold on to everything you say, and everything you don't do will be used against you in the court of law. Women are like sponges. They soak everything up. Women are like hard drives. Fam, no matter how much you delete it, you can get it back. They will hold all the information. The capacity of a woman's hard drive is probably 1,000 terabytes. They have a memory that could go all the way back to when you first met. She remember what cologne you were wearing. She remember what shoes you had on. She remember the shirt and the jeans you were wearing. You ask any woman that right now, she remembers. She remember the day you met her, the time you met her, the weather. She remembers it. So when you communicate into a woman, you best believe you are literally talking to a walking computer. You're literally walking and talking to a database that will bring up your file and present that in the court. And you're wondering why you brothers get on child support. You're wondering why these women are not playing. It's not that she's just trying to get a bag. And I'm not talking about the wicked women that throw you on child support. I'm talking about the good women that have no other choice, because it's like, damn, she's trying to communicate with you. She's trying to resolve issues. Most sisters are not even trying to get the courts involved. They really just want you to be active in the child's life. That'd be the real goal. Sometimes it's not even about the money. It's just, could you be active in the child's life? And again, I'm talking about the good women. The good women want you to be an active father. But you waiting on Trump to do all the work. Trump ain't going to be in these kids' lives, fam. Trump got way more important issues to be focusing on than raising these children. That's our job as men. See, I had to do all the sacrifices to make sure that my family is good. All the way to the point that I had to move my family out of the projects to a better situation, man. And now that I do that, a lot of people are angry about that. A lot of people are not even happy for me. Imagine moving your family out the hood into a better situation and people not happy for you, bro. All the hard work I had to do. Fam, relocating and moving is serious. It's not a game. Especially when you have a large family. Fam, that costs a lot of money, man. That's not easy. Settling in a whole new environment, it's not easy. It's not. It's very expensive. But I managed to do it. Sacrifice everything. Because I see the vision. I see a vision of greatness. And I said, I got to make the move. It's now or never. I got to do this for my kids. I got to do this for my kids. If I don't do this, I failed my kids and I have to do it. And I said to myself, it's time to put in the move. Time to put in the work. And I had it planned for a very long time. And I've been putting in the work and making adjustments before I made that jump. You know? And any of you brothers can do the same thing. Any of you can put in the work. It's going to take a lot of work, man. It ain't going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, fam. Fam, leaving New York to come to North Carolina was the most work, the most strenuous, stressful move ever. I literally had to unbuild, then rebuild. But in the end, it was worth it. It was worth it. To see my girls come outside and just jump on a school bus to go to school, and the lawn is nice and green, and everything is nice and clean. There's no drugs. There's no violence. None of that. That wouldn't have been possible if I didn't make no sacrifices. And any of you brothers can do the same thing. Any of you brothers can do what's right for your family if you would just step up. Step up and be a man. Step up and do what you got to do. More importantly, if God wasn't with me, none of this would be possible. Because through all of these different issues, I needed wisdom to make tough decisions. I needed to get everything in order. My credit score can't go no higher. I'm at the max. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of where I'm at. Because I put in the work. I stepped up. I made no excuses. Because I remember my supervisor. He said, don't make no excuses. You put in that work, fam. Put in that work. And you know what's so crazy? He used to text us messages on the phone. He used to text us messages, and he would put pictures of his fancy house. He had a nice house, man. Big house. Nice. Very, very nice property, man. Pool, large gate, nice, everything. Yo, very nice, man. A fountain, all that nice stuff. Basketball court. I'm like, damn, this how you living, bro? He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, man, yo, and you a humble dude, bro. You would never think that this dude is living like this. I'm like, damn, you go home to that every day? It's like, yeah. I was like, man, yo, glad I know you, bro. Real talk, man. One day I'm gonna do that, man. One day I'm gonna be there, bro. For real. I know that must feel good, man. And he was like, it really do, fam. He said, you just keep working hard, man. Do what you gotta do. You know, and just remember I was right where you were, fam. Right where you were. That's all he did for us, man. He just looked out for the brothers, man. I remember many times at work, we'll be working, did a crazy job, stressed out, tired. He would call us up, like, yo, you guys are still over there working? Like, yeah, man, we over here doing our thing. Like, yo, y'all take a break, man. You say, take a break? He said, take a break, man. You guys got like an hour, fam. Just take a break. Chill for the rest of the day. I'm like, for real, for real? Like, yeah. I'm like, but the supervisor, you know, he said, I'm gonna call him up right now, because we had two supervisors. He was a superintendent, and then you had like the assistant super. So he said he'll call him up and let him know what it is. And we just chill, fam. And I'm like, damn, man, he looked out for us, man. Those little things meant a lot to us, man. Meant a lot. Only the people who knew him felt some type of way when he passed away. Only the people who knew him. Let me see. I don't know what people saying in the chat, fam. You ever notice when you live, there'd be a whole nother world in the live chat with people talking about things that you wondering what they talking about? I don't know. But shout out to everybody for stopping by. I haven't been reading the chat because the sunlight is literally on the phone. Like, I have the phone covered with something to prevent it from overheating, because you know how that is when direct sun is on it and whatnot. And yeah. Let me see. Find your own what? Let me see. Thank you, Ringo. There's only two types of people: good people and bad people, responsible and irresponsible. Yeah, I agree. It's very difficult to find good people, though. When I tell you that this particular brother that I'm speaking of, good man, not only Craig, the brother Lionel, another good man, good brothers, man. Most High put me around people, man, that was very instrumental, man, in helping my walk, bro. Like, real talk, man. And shout out to April, fam. Shout out to April, man. Another sister that was working at the same agency, man. When I had came into the agency fresh off the boat, very knowledgeable. Every test that I had to take in order to get the job, passed them with 100. Every test. I studied, bought all the books, studied my ASS off for every exam, aced everything. The top, listen, I was the top of the class. Top. No cap. Anybody can tell you that. So when I got to the company, when I got to the agency and that job title, they already knew who I was. Because they saw my scores and they said, we need him. Whoever he is, bring him in. Craig gave us the speech. Boom, boom, boom. His only requirement was don't lie to him. Keep it a buck. Because the agency we work for and the equipment and things that we had to do, multi-million-dollar equipment. Very, very dangerous work. People can die. You can kill people on the job. You have to be very, very careful. Safety first. Wear your PPE. Safety gear, all that stuff. You had to be on point. That job, you had to be on point. No slacking. Don't be drinking on the job. Being high on the job. Can't do none of that stuff, fam. I remember once I dealt with Craig, he taught me the ropes. He put me with Lionel. Lionel took me under his wing, schooled me about the company, learned all different types of stuff. I was already done skilled because I was already trained and pretty much understood the job. But hands-on training is totally different from book knowledge. So I was put to the test when they put me out in the field. And once Lionel gave me the stamp of approval, everybody already knew who I was. And then they put me with April, another sister that was a beast with the job title, man. Official worker, fam. Gotta give her flowers and her props. She was at the top of her game. A better worker than the men. Couldn't play with her, fam. Imagine a woman walking around with her tool bag and tool belt and pipe wrenches and all this other stuff and just a beast with the job. So I learned under her too. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of black women out there that y'all be on the job and y'all don't play. Y'all know y'all stuff. Salute to y'all, man. I couldn't believe it. Because, you know, you see a woman, you probably figure, okay, she's a woman. She don't know this and that. That's this sister, man. This woman. This woman will get down and dirty on the job, fam. Working, fam. Sweating. Pass me this tool. Pass me that one. Yeah, let's go to here. Let's do this job. I'm like, damn, this sister don't get tired. Work. She put in the work. And that taught me a lot. That taught me a lot, fam. That taught me a lot. I remember we used to sit down and we would talk. And she used to be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for a minute. And I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you no joke, you know. You a real one, fam. Like, for real, for real. And eventually she moved up in her job title. And then she moved up in her job title, moving to another location, which was down the block from where I was. And then I was left on my own. They officially left me on my own because they knew I could hold down the whole area. I literally held down, I think, 28 buildings, the entire boiler plant, everything. I was running the whole thing by myself. 28 buildings, 28 tank rooms, an entire boiler plant with like 5 boilers. I'm holding it down by myself. By myself, fam. And that's when they hired a new employee. The new employee, he came in fresh off the boat. And guess what? I had to teach him the job. And when I taught him the job, I taught him everything that I know. And he became a beast at the job, fam. So each one teach one. That's the way I see it. So it's time for black men to step up, man. It's time for y'all to step up. Do what you got to do as a man. Be proud of yourself. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably been through those struggles, probably been there and done that in similar walks like mine, where you started off rough, you were down and out. You may have been with a woman that held you down, and you eventually got yourself together, got a nice job, did your thing, got yourself situated, got an apartment, and from then on, man, you've been good. You know what I mean? You remember where you came from. You probably put on a couple of other brothers and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It's only a few cats that I know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Aaron. You know what I'm saying? Salute to that brother. He pretty much was working with me when I was at the bottom in the job title out in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? We had our run out there. He moved on to the MTA. Got his job in there, doing good. You know, salute to that brother. You know what I mean? I don't forget, fam. Salute to all the fam in Brooklyn, fam. All the cats that I used to work with, man, at the old agency. Some of y'all probably still watching my videos, man. Salute to all of y'all, man. I don't forget those days we worked together, man. I really don't forget that, fam. Shout out to all the supervisors. Salute to Jacob. Salute to you, bro. You always held it down, always been true. You know what I mean? Always been true, always been fair and whatnot. Shout out to that dude, Keys. Salute to you, bro. You know, you holding it down still, man. I don't forget nobody, man. Real talk. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, black men need to step up. Step up, do their job, man. Stop waiting for Trump to lead our communities and our families. We got to take care of our business and be that provider that our women need. We got to make black women proud again. That need to be on a hat. Rather than make America great again, we need to make black women proud again. That's what black men need to do. We got to make black women proud again. Let's make black women proud again. To know she have an honorable man that provide, protect. That's what we need. Are you guys going to step up? Choice is yours. That being said, Y'all have a blessed day. Take care, everybody. If you like my content and you feel it's worthy of your support, consider double tapping the screen to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing today to the channel. We have a lot of content coming. I'm right now building a new studio upstairs in the house. Looking really, really good. I can't wait for the first day we're gonna go live in the new studio. It's gonna be a blast. If you're a person who don't like my content, you think it sucks, you don't like me, you think I'm caping for women, and you don't want to thumb up the video or subscribe, it is what it is. You know, that's your prerogative. I respect your opinion. Maybe we can meet on another situation, another time, another term where my videos may be better and you may like them more. Maybe right now it's just not your cup of tea. You know, maybe we could meet on better circumstances. But other than that, I still appreciate the fact that you stopped by to watch the show. I hope that you are able to gather something from it, even if you don't like me. But I hope that it actually stimulated your mind enough to say, okay, there's a couple of things I need to do, you know? And that's about it. So, hey, I appreciate y'all rocking with the show. If you want to support financially, you can do so via Cash App. It's pretty much pinned on the live chat. You can pretty much do that, $ Ringo TV Raw, if you want to support the work that we do over here. All support that comes in goes directly to the work and the content. Those of you that have been rocking with me for years, you already done know I'm a man of my word. And I wouldn't be able to be building a studio without you, because you're the ones that support the platform. Matter of fact, if you folks didn't support the platform, I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't even be in North Carolina right now, to be honest with you. So you, the people, are the ones that support me. And I acknowledge that. So that being said, guys, y'all have a blessed day. All right? Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to come back with another video. I got to get me something to eat. My elder daughter started school today after being transferred from New York. So she started, today's her first day in the high schools out here. So that's a thing. We'll talk about that later on. But yeah, I got to do that. And I'm going to do, I think, 2 reaction videos I got to do later on. But yeah, appreciate that, guys. The lawn is looking good. I'm really happy about that. Man, the lawn is looking good, guys. The lawn is looking real good. Man, I don't know, man. This is crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. I started the lawn from scratch, and now the lawn is growing. I put down all new seed, everything. I got the pH of the lawn up, you know what I mean, where it belonged, between like 6 to 7 pH. And man, this thing is flourishing. This is the only lawn that is green in the community. I'm just waiting for the neighbors to actually ask me for help. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm trying to make a few dollars. You know what I mean? I could make a lot of money in this community, fam. Seriously, it's probably about 300 plus houses out here. Fam, if I'm doing everybody's lawn, fam, that's 6 figures I'll be making, bro. Like literally, just off of doing lawn work. Because I'll be charging them a certain amount, and I could get everybody's lawn up to par easy, because I know what I'm doing. You know when you know what you know, and you're just confident about it? This is so easy, man. I put in the work. Listen, I have a whole book schedule of appointments. Okay, I'll be by your house next week. Be by your house. All right, yeah. And I'll have it done. And one day, I can get the lawn, you know, remove all the grass, scarify, dethatch, tend to the soil, get the pH right, you know, remove the grubs, do what I got to do, aerate, do all the technical stuff first, and then prepare the soil for overseeding. And before you know it, lawn will be flourishing. Get your water system situated, because you got to make sure you're doing that. And you'll be happy with your lawn, fam. I love it. I love when the lawn is green and nice. And it just makes everything look good when people come by your house or pull up or drive by. They be just looking like, wow, you really did your thing. You know? Yeah, so I'm gonna get up on out of here. Salute to V-Dub Man in the building. Is that V-Dub Man? Let me see. Yeah, salute to V-Dub Man in the building. Salute Rollo. What's going on? I'm not sure if Brainwaves is in the building, but salute to Brainwaves if he's in the building or watching. Maybe he at work doing what he got to do. But hey, salute to everybody, man. Everybody out there on the 9-to-5 grind that's doing your job, doing what you got to do. Let's make black men great again, fam. See that? Let's make black men great again. Let's make black women proud again. Let's have t-shirts. Let's make black men great again. Let's do that. So, hey, we're going to get on out of here. I see you, Caramel. How you doing? Let's get on out of here, fam. I got to get something to eat, right? It is what it is. And shout out to Brainwaves and Rollo, the live show last night, man. You guys did y'all thing, man. Like, the way y'all work together, y'all should do that more often. That was definitely a good setup. I didn't even know that Rollo was actually streaming, and he gave you the link, and y'all was simulcasting like on 2 separate channels. That's good. That's a good idea. I don't see nobody really doing that. That's actually good. That was a very good, entertaining stream with knowledge and information. Very, very good. You know, got to keep that energy going. You know what I mean? Keep doing that consistent work like that. Definitely it's going to start to grow and grow and grow the more you keep doing it. So, hey, y'all have a blessed one. I'm going to get up on out of here. Salute to the mods in the chat. V-Dub Man, Sean the Navigator, Show Shao, Rebel for Almighty, Sherelle, and Tracy. Salute to everybody that are members of the channel, everybody that support the channel, everybody that rock with the channel. Salute to all the truckers, all the people that do deliveries, FedEx, UPS, United States Parcel Service, Amazon, all the Uber Eats guys, all the Dashers, you know what I mean? Everybody out there that do their thing, DHL, everybody that's in the 9-to-5 grind, fam. Everybody that's winning and just staying out of the way, man. Just trying to enjoy life, man. You're on the pursuit for happiness. Salute to all of y'all, man. Salute to y'all, man. The workers that work and nobody appreciates you, salute to you. The workers that never get a pat on the back to say, hey, thanks, man. Thanks for doing that overtime. Thanks for going the extra mile. Salute to you, man. Just because the company and the people that don't appreciate you, don't think the Most High don't appreciate you or your family. Matter of fact, your family should appreciate you more than anything. And last but not least, salute to the single mothers, man, that's holding it down, providing and protecting them kids. Providing and protecting them kids. That's the most difficult job ever, is being a single mom raising kids by yourself and working a 9-to-5. I don't want to hear nothing about difficult work. Until you do that work, until you walk in the shoes of a single mom who is at the 9-to-5 working and struggling, and then she come home to raise kids, fam, that's the most difficult job there is. On that job, you work more than 12 hours a day. You work literally about 18 to 20 hours a day. Every day. 24 hours a day. But I put 18 to 20 because she got to get some rest. So, and in most cases, she don't even get no rest. She get about 2 to 5 hours of sleep. That's it. So, hey, I'm going to get up on out of here. It is what it is. Shout out to Christina. I see you. Said good morning, Ringo. And chat. Simply Black Vegan. Appreciate you, Ringo. Enjoy your day and family. Appreciate the comments. Life with the Jones family said, that's right. I won't ever disrespect a single mother. Yeah, they actually work, fam. They actually work very hard. Very, very hard. Very, very hard, man. It changed my mindset when I learned the real work they do. It's one thing to see, oh, she a single mom, she raising kids and going to a 9-to-5, forget about her. Fam, that woman does a lot of work. She does a lot of work. If she goes to work at a 9-to-5 and come home to deal with kids and cook, clean, bro, she does a lot of work, bro. She's tired. I can promise you that woman is tired. She's stressed. She need a day or a week off for herself to recoup. She really do, man. And I know a lot of the guys on social media talk about single moms all the time. If it's within context and it's educational and it's not necessarily bashing and putting down, then it's okay. But for the most part, when you're bashing a single mom and degrading her and putting her down, that doesn't make any sense, fam, considering the amount of work she do. And then to hear your ass on social media degrading her like she ain't shit, like she ain't putting in work, you bugging. You bugging, fam. She's working her ass off, man. For real, for real. It kind of remind me of when, I'm not sure if it was, which basketball player that was. I think it was Rodman. I'm not sure if it was Dennis Rodman or Shaq. I'm not sure who it was. It was one of those guys, man. It was talking about how their mom was a single mom and at a point in time. And I know that Shaq had his father there. I'm not sure if that guy was his biological father or stepfather, but I believe, because I listened to his speech for the Hall of Fame, but I'm not sure which one of them. Somebody was saying something about how their mom was working, both the mother and the father. I think it was Rodman. I think it was Dennis Rodman. That is, the mom was both the mom and the father. I think it was Rodman. And he spoke very highly of her because even though he didn't have a real good relationship with his mom, you know what I mean? I think it was Rodman. It was Dennis Rodman, right? Yeah, he had a good speech. I watch every single Hall of Fame speech for the NBA, every one. I like watching those speeches. You know what I mean? Especially, matter of fact, even the ones for the NFL. What's the guy, what's this dude name? What's his show, man? His name start with a S, man. Man. He had that show on YouTube. And Cat Williams was on it. His name start with an S, man. He did like the Shannon Sharp. Yo, Shannon Sharp's Hall of Fame speech, fam, was so powerful, bro. I have like a different respect for him, man. Man, his Hall of Fame speech and shouting out his brother and whatnot, man. Powerful speech. Should check it out, man. I like watching those type of speeches. Very, very good. He also shouted out his mom, too. Very, very powerful speech, man. If you have time, check that out, man. Check out Shannon Sharp's Hall of Fame speech when he was inducted in. He had his brother there, and his brother was crying, and yo, man, Powerful, powerful speech. I like those kind of speeches, man. Very inspirational and encouraging, man, to keep you motivated and working hard to get to the level of success. He talked about his past. He talked about when they struggled, when they were living, in a bad situation, but now they good. So when you look at people like Shannon Sharp, and these guys are rich, got money, got this and that, fam, those guys came from the bottom, man. The bottom, and they know what it's like. And a lot of you brothers, man, if you step up to the plate, if you really step up, man, you could be successful, man. You really can if you step up. Step up and step out, fam. And just do your job. You could be successful, all of you. All black men could be successful. All black men should be proud of themselves, and your women should be proud of you. Your women should be proud of you, fam. Black women should be proud of us because they see us stepping up and doing our job, man. Rather than sitting on the corner smoking weed and drinking Henny and acting a fool, listening to drill music and trap music, we need to step up and be better fathers, better providers, and getting our health in order and just being better examples for these kids, man. Yeah, Trump won, but when are we going to win? When are we going to win, black man? When are black men going to win? I'll leave you with that. I'm out, y'all. Peace and blessings. We out. Rate, comment, and subscribe.